Second most important piece of property we own. I was with the CEO and his staff of Ford Motor Company in Italy last month. I spend about 2 weeks a month in Europe, 2 weeks a month here every month. I spent a lot of time with European businesses. We had about 400 people in the audience, all the distributors, and I started my talk by saying, listen to me clearly, all you people at Ford. Ford Motor Company, if it had its choice, would rather never sell another car again. That's the difference between a market and a network. In a market, the only relationship Ford has with you is when they negotiate the transfer of the car. Ford would much rather that you lease their car. Then you're paying 24/7 for 2 years for the experience of driving rather than for the vehicle. The renewal rate on leasing is 54%. The renewal rate if you just bought a car from them is maybe 25%. In the future, what the client wants is access to the experience and flow of the thing, not the thing itself. In networks, property still exists, but it always stays with the producers. It's simply accessed in time segments, membership, subscriptions, retainers, and leases by the client. In the United Kingdom, Smith, Kline, Beecham, and Eli Lilly have set up a prototype network called disease management. You're going to hear a lot about disease management. They now take 4 or 5 diseases, central nervous disorders, heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and cancer. Their new mission, these 2 pharmaceutical companies, get the patient well. Keep the patient well 24/7 for the rest of their life. Have they lost their minds? If you're well, you're using less drugs. How do they make money at Smith, Kline, Beecham and at Eli Lilly? They create a B2B economy of scale relationship with the insurance companies, the hospitals, and the health providers. If Smith, Kline, Beecham, and Eli Lilly can keep the patient well, it's less medical costs for the providers, especially the insurance companies. The insurance companies then enter what they call a gain-saving relationship with the pharmaceutical companies. So if the pharmaceutical companies keep you well, the money that's saved, part of it is gain saved back to the pharmaceutical companies. And here is a critical difference between a market and a network. In markets, we make money by maximizing production and on the margins of the transaction and the volume of the units we sell. That's market capitalism. In networks, we make money the exact opposite way, by minimizing production, pooling your risk with your partners, and sharing your savings in the form of gain-saving agreements. How many of you parents in this room believe you and your children and your family that the quality of your life is increasing in dramatic proportion to the new technologies being introduced into your life? The opposite. You know, I've been asking this question of CEOs in Silicon Valley. And to a person, they tell me the quality of life is deteriorating even as they are introducing these new labor-saving, time-saving, convenience-saving technologies. They feel more stressed, less time, their relationships are deteriorating, and they see no light at the end of the tunnel. There's something wrong here. The problem is, with these new technologies, you can never catch up. Every time we introduce a new labor and time-saving, convenience-saving technology, it increases the activity, the pace, the flow. If you have an email, you're going to have to answer 200 emails every morning. If you have a cell phone, you're connected 24/7. So if you feel you're falling further and further behind, you're right. And there's the cell phone. Perfect timing right there. Because someone in the family wants to say, now I'm in the supermarket and I'm in the fruit and vegetable aisle. I want to let you know about that. So, would you ever would you ever treat someone you care for efficiently? Honey, I love you, so I'm going to maximize my output in the minimum time, expending the minimum labor, energy, and capital on you. That's how much I care for you. Well, we laugh nervously, but we have introduced quality time in our relationships with our family. What we're going to have to do in the 21st century is let the machines be hyper-efficient. Then we're going to have to develop a set of time values that's more in line with our sensibilities as empathetic human beings with each other. There's nothing wrong with efficiency, but we should keep it to our machines and balance it with sufficiency in our human relationships. The problem is we have yet to develop a social vision powerful enough to match the capability of this technology revolution. Be clear what I'm saying here. We're on the cusp of a great
technology revolution. But if you read Bill Gates and if you read the other futurists, they have yet to introduce the landscape for a new social contract that would be powerful enough to match the technologies and allow us to leap forward in a renaissance in the 21st century. The result, we're falling further behind, and we feel we can't catch up. And we see no light at the end of this tunnel. It's going to be up to legislators, and it's going to be up to entrepreneurs and citizens and professionals to begin to wrestle with developing that new social landscape so this technology can work for us and not against us.